The Case of the Squeaking Casket and Drama Involving Station Management. My first encounter with Lillian Brown happened when I was still performing these part-time duties for Susan Stamberg, Irma, and board opping. I think Irma said, "The station manager, Lillian Brown, wants to talk to you about a project." Oh, great. But more money, more time at the station for me, I thought. As it turned out, this would be, probably without a doubt, the most bizarre task I was ever involved in at WAMU-FM. It seems that Lillian's good friend, Harry Overstreet, had recently passed away. He and his wife, Bonero Overstreet, were renowned psychologists or sociologists or something, had written books, were known as co-speakers at forums and talks, often debating each other on some topic dealing with the human psyche or condition. In addition, Bonero had a weekly half-hour program on WAMU-FM called Overstreet Outlook. I didn't know any of these people, what they were known for, or really could not have cared any less. As it turns out, Lillian's assignment for me was to produce a reenactment of Harry's funeral. You see, there were so many of Harry's and Bonero's friends who were unable to attend the funeral that Lillian offered to mass-produce 30-minute versions of the service for distribution on 7-inch reels of audio tape. This was, without a doubt, the weirdest thing I had ever been involved in. Lillian proceeded to give me a tape recording of the funeral, which had been taped on a piece of junk Wallensack tape recorder, and wanted me to intercut a produced, pre-recorded music bed, and are you ready for this? The sound of the casket being closed. Well, I wasn't about to repeat my urban ecology Pam Brook experience again, so they'd have to be satisfied with a recorded sound effect. I think I selected Haunted House Squeaky Door from the sound effects library. I approached this with the same enthusiasm as I had the Urban Ecology Project, Marshall McLuhan interview, and Nancy Lang editing, only with the lingering disbelief that I was actually in post-production of a recreated funeral. After the project was completed and Lillian was satisfied with its quality, more about Lillian and her judgment of quality later, I had to run off 24 copies on the high-speed duplicators located in WAMU's basement. At some point, Lily invited me to accompany her to drop off the tapes to Bonero, and we had to take along a portable tape player so Bonero could hear the final result. All I remember is sitting in Bonero Overstreet's living room in Arlington, listening for the umpteenth time to Harry's funeral, as Bonero sobbed away into her hanky and said, "Oh, this is just wonderful. It is exactly the way I remember it, down to the closing of the casket, the last time I saw my beloved Harry. He truly was a non-parallel. This is not a typo. She said non-parallel. I thought I was going to pass out or just crack up." Later that evening, over with Lillian, I think she treated me to dinner at the Key Bridge Hot Shops. She told me that I should get my law degree in international and space law. Yeah, I hear you, lady. Space, the final frontier for you and all your wacky friends. And that she'd hire me as a graduate assistant, would get me a scholarship, and would pay for my law school tuition. Oh, yeah, right. Little did I know what I was in for in the coming months of political intrigue at WAMU-FM.